Alright then, we're live for round 7 of season whatever. Season 9 is it? Something like that, season 9 or 10. We're back, round 7, round Belgium today. It's going to be an interesting one because we've got 2 one-shot qualies, 1 sprint shot, 1 shot, and then 1 quali for the race. So we'll see what can happen there and who can do well there. Trent again been talking nicely about that one. Been confident. Hasn't messaged me much this time. So Netherlands he was more confident about, but Spa as well. He's been given confident about that one too. See it back in the lobby. Either change names or new drivers coming in. Charlie Krishna. Change the surname again. We'll just wait for everyone to ready up and get into the lobby. As I've been tagged in the Discord. That's just a Twitch live notification. Alright, nothing to worry about there. Make sure everything's alright, everything's set up, all the audio. If anyone's in chat, if you could let me know if you can hear me well, that'd be great. Got 17, not how many people are meant to be attending. Tier 1 check-in. So we've got all the Tier 1 drivers in. Tier 1 reserve. And we've got 2, so we've got an extra driver somewhere in here that didn't check up or check in. Might be Slicks. Is it Slicks? Not sure who it is. There's an extra driver in here that didn't check in. It's 14 for the F1, 2 for reserves. Oh, that's I'm looking at the wrong one. We're missing one. So we haven't gained one, but we're missing one. I was looking at Zandvoort, Silverstone, not Silverstone, Belgium. We've got Robert, Scornazy, Gimmick, and Tessa. I think it's Tessa we're waiting for. Get started. Radish, you're all good. Emotions get high after races, no need to apologise. Unless you've been... I don't know if I can say that on stream. So I'm not gonna try. Hey Louis. Oh, Brad, there's no need for that in chat. Don't know if you're being serious or not, but there's no need for that in the Twitch chat. You keep that into the server, mate. See, people are starting to ready up. Don't know if they've been told. Don't believe they've been told. They're just readying up because why not? So yeah, as I said, weather overcast, nothing to worry about. Don't think there's any rain. Let me check. Make sure the weather's all right. I believe it's just overcast. 1 shot quali for the race is heavy rain. So we've got sprint shootout, which is the quali session for the sprint, and the sprint are both overcast. 1 shot quali for the actual race is heavy rain, and then back to overcast again for the race. So we'll see what people can do in those 1 shot quali conditions for the actual race. That'll be interesting to watch. Ones to watch out for today. Younger boys always been quick round Spa. Trent as well, Poole. Maybe Christian if you can have a good weekend. And Driller, obviously, he's always up there. So those are ones to look out for today, see if anything goes well. See what can happen. It's not going to be... Should be more interesting than Zandvoort. Hopefully Trent doesn't drive off by 10 seconds again. But then again, if Clipsy isn't in P2, then there'll be a DRS train because he won't be holding them up behind. Oh, I've just dropped my phone. Lovely. I've taken a screenshot of something. Fantastic. Alright. They been tagged again, but people, I don't think Tess is in here still, or he's not. I don't know what we're waiting for. There should be like a time limit on ready up. There we go. There's the ready and up sign. As they've been told to ready up. So here we go for Spa. Have a chat about the standings and that while one shot quali's going on, because it's one shot, nothing interesting at all. Got 10 seconds to reload in. Poole and Jenga Boy yet to ready up, but that doesn't matter. Else's majority's ready up, so we'll load. Here we go then, round 7. Round the longest circuit on the calendar. Like 4 miles, like that. Either 4 miles or 4. No, it's like 6 kilometers. So yeah. See who can have a successful weekend this weekend. If anyone can have a better weekend than last weekend. I've said weekend a lot. Better race than the last week around Zandvoort. Spa, evidently a more popular track. So people probably tried practicing around for this one. But we'll see what can happen in this quali session. Good quali time. If anyone can set high 41s, 41.8, that'll be deemed a good lap. As we get in, as we just wait for everyone to get their setups on, waiting for the players. And as this is going on, let me get the standings open. So in the constructors, at the moment, Ferrari lose points. They get outscored by Haas by 16 points because they had a double DNF round Zandvoort last week in Zandvoort. So double DNF there. Haas now on 105, 40 points back instead of 56. Alpine on 91, 14 behind Haas. Williams on 59, Sauber on 47, 12 back from Williams, or Williams 32 back from Alpine. Mercedes 2 back to Sauber on 45. Red Bull 2 back from them on 43. Aston Martin 2 back on them on 41. McLaren 1 back from Aston Martin on 40. Racing Bulls 10th position, dead last in the constructors, 6 points back on 34. As for the drivers, as we get one shot quali underway, Paul leads the drivers by 11 points. Jenga Boy in second, 11 back. Trent, after a great showing last week, 16 back from Jenga Boy, goes up from 5th to 3rd on 69. Clipsy and Constella both moved down on Clipsy on 55 points, Constella on 49. Speed 41 points, Charlie Krishna on 36, both stay where they are, 6th and 7th. Revit moves up 4 after a good showing, P2 from him in 33 points. Chimp moves up 4 places on 26. Chesney Reese moves down 1 to 20 points, down in 10th. So an interesting Paul, as I said, the 4 that I mentioned are right up at the top at the moment, apart from Driller, quali ban for him, of course. Don't know why Clipsy's doing a lap, because he's got a quali ban. So I need to remind him of that. So if you just let's see. Don't know if it replies for the sprint as well. I'd assume not, because it's a race quali ban, but we'll see. See what we can do. He's down 11th anyway, so it's a bad lap for him. Trent up in the lead, Jenga Boy 2nd, Chimp come out of nowhere to 3rd. Paul's dropped down as well. What can they do into the final chicane? Trent's going to be on pole, Jenga Boy 2nd. What's going to happen here? What's the pole time to beat? A 42.0 from Trent. That's a very competitive time. Just over 1/10 back is Jenga Boy. Decently close up the top. Chesney Reese 12th. And there's the so Trent and Jenga Boy really zooming off at the front. Charlie Krishna and Revit quite close. Chimp in 5th, 700s behind on them. Robert a 10th back. Scornsey are very, very close from him. What's that? like 0.008 of a second between him and Robert. Gimmick close, Poole drops down a lot, must have had a very bad middle sector. Clipsy 10th, makes up 1 position. Bradders, Chesney, Speed, Constella. Drake, Driller in 19th, so Driller's got a quali ban. A race ban. Oh, no, yeah, there's a quali ban. Yeah, so it's just the quali bans only do it in the race. I don't know why Drillers. Let's see. What has Driller got that's made him? He's either invalidated right off the start, or he's thought that it applies for the sprint as well. See, let's have a look. Driller's on a race ban, so he shouldn't even be in the lobby at the moment. Clipsy on 7 with a qualifying ban. Rafa, Alemine, Chesney, Mick the Quick, Constella and Jenga Boy all on 2 penalty points. Charlie Krishna, Fresh and Dome Dark on 3. Shoot Fist is 4. Menace is 6 with a quali ban. Clipsy on 7 with a quali ban, and as mentioned, and then Driller in 12 on 12 with a race ban. So he should realistically not even be here at the moment. But let's see if he remembers or if he carries on. Don't know what's going to happen. As you see the grid on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix, Season 9, Round 7. Gets underway, Season 10, sorry. Jenga Boy round the outside of Trent into turn 1, see what they can do from there. Round the outside, uses his battery to get ahead. Side by side, they're going to keep going through Eau Rouge. Trent going to back out, he does back out. Jenga Boy takes the lead of the race, of the sprint race. Charlie Krishna stays in 3rd. Rev it up 1 place, Chimp down 1 place. Decent start from everyone. Fresh at the back. I think he's had a bit of he's either had a moment or a bit of colliding. See if he's got any damage. Revit gets past Trent into 3rd, so Trent's had a... What's happened to Trent? He must have had some contact. Has he got any damage? He doesn't have any damage, so he's just had a bit of a bad run into them. Must have gone side by side with Jenga Boy. Been pushed out wide. Krishna and Revit have both got him. Down to 4th goes Trent. Chimp stays in 5th. Jenga Boy extends his lead to 3.7 tenths. Fresh gains a 2nd after all of the on the back, whilst on Chesney Reese down 4 from 12th, so not a great showing from him. Poole overtakes Scornsey. See, this is not side by side anymore. As we have a look at the starting positions, Jenga Boy obviously up 1 as he leads them round this final as the first lap. Charlie Krishna from 3rd to 2nd, Revit from 4th to 3rd. Trent down from pole to 4th, so he's had a very bad lap 1. Chimp and Robert both stay where they are. Poole's up 2. As it goes side by side, Poole and Robert, what can they do? Still side by side. Poole gets away on the exit. Jenga Boy gets fastest lap, but he's always going to. He's the first one across the line. Robert down 1, so Poole now up 3 from 9 to 6th in 1 lap, so very good opening lap from him. Robert down 1 from 6th. Bradders up 3. Constella up 5 from 14, so it's an unbelievable first lap from him. Clipsy stays in 10th. Scornsey down 4 from 7th, so bad opening lap from him. Adric from 9th to 12th. Driller from 10th to 13th, so bad, not from 16th, sorry. 16th to 13th, so good showing from him at the moment. Remick from 8th to 14th. Horrible opening lap. Chesney Reese down 3. Must have had some contacts. Fresh gets past his teammate. Nothing interesting is going to happen there. As Remick gets past, so Jenga Boy's had a moment to push him down back to 4th. Or isn't Triple DRS overtaken maybe? It's Trent, because the lead stay there. Top 3 in the same order as the 2nd, 3rd and 4th last lap. So Charlie Krishna now leads. Revit sticks in just behind. Trent is trying to look up some positions and points. Poole has enough of a gap, I believe. Not a huge gap to him anymore. He had a 26-point gap going into what he now has an 11-point gap. Jenga Boy gained 14 points. yeah, 15 points on them last race. So the gap down now to 11. So we'll see if there could be a new championship leader after this race. Trent can also make a massive dent if the two championship protagonists collide. Poole now gets past. Trent sets fastest lap with a 44.92. Clipsy takes that away immediately. Then Chesney Reese takes that away immediately with a 44.631. It's like Sakir all over again, setting fastest laps straight over and over and over in 2020. Revit now will have the DRS to get past Charlie Krishna. Trent will stick in probably just behind, might be able to make 6/10. Jenga Boy will be nowhere near. As Brothers gets past, goes round the outside of Poole. Poole now down to 7th. And Brothers up 5 places. The tier 2 driver is up 5 from where he started. Revit takes the lead of the race. That was always going to happen on this lap. Charlie Krishna goes wide, so that's going to be bad exit for Trent looking to close the gap. Jenga Boy, I wouldn't say cruising. It's not been smooth running for him since the first lap. First lap he made it around the outside. Other than that, it's not been great for him. To see look at the tyres. So the front two, Revit and Charlie Krishna on softs. Trent sticking with them on mediums, so he'll be very fast at the end. Jenga Boy on softs, Chimp on mediums. So it's pretty much a 50-50 split between the tyres that everyone's on at the moment. Revit and Charlie Krishna are hoping to get past easier and zoom off into the distance for a lap or two. But Trent has stuck with him very, very, very well. So fair play to him. Jenga Boy now losing out to him. Not too much. He's used a lot of his battery. He's almost out of DRS range of Trent. Drillabonds gets a 3-second penalty. Shouldn't be here in the first place. He's got a race ban. Revit sets fastest lap with a 44.626, 5 thousandths faster than Chesney Reese from last lap. Charlie Krishna will take the lead here. Trent will be just staying behind to get any of the carnage that might unfold. Clipsy gets past Poole. So Poole, after a very good opening couple laps for him from... Where did he start? So Poole started from 9th, got up to 6th, and now he's dropped back down to 8th. So he's lost a couple positions in the last couple of laps. He'll be looking to make that up. He's on those soft tyres that we're starting to die off because the degradation around Spa is insane. Constella gets a 3-second penalty. The two Ferraris right next to one another. Clipsy outside of DRS of Brothers, but that won't stick for too long because Brothers will be slightly slower given he's tier 2. Charlie Krishna didn't take the lead, she chose to stuck him behind. Trent gained a lot. Jenga Boy now comfortably within that DRS range of Trent. Chimp will be looking to get past Jenga Boy quickly to have a look on Trent. He's on his medium compound, so he'll be maybe choosing to cruise for now and attack in the last couple laps or so. Jenga Boy goes very wide, gravel on the tyres. That's going to be a bad exit for him. Chimp may get him into the chicane. Brothers will be looking to watch what's going on and capitalise on any mistakes the two ahead make. What does Charlie Krishna do? Does she stick behind? Is she going to go for it? She's going to go side by side into the final chicane. Revit's going to take the inside line. Charlie Krishna around the outside. What's going to happen here? She takes the lead momentarily. Down the inside, has an inside line. Revit now get down to P2. Charlie Krishna has that DRS, so Trent could capitalise on this as well. He's too far back, unfortunately, for him, so Revit will be down to P2, take the lead again in a minute. Great move from Charlie Krishna around the outside, then down the inside. Chimp now up to P5. Him and Clipsy must have made some contacts. He was ghosted and so was Clipsy, and now Brothers has made a free position because he didn't have to worry about anything behind. Clipsy will be looking to use whatever battery he has maybe to get past. He won't have DRS, Clipsy. He didn't lose too much, so it's all right for him. Trent takes the lead in the race. He did use 50% of his battery to get past Revit and Charlie Krishna. Revit was the one looking to take the lead, and Trent took the lead off him. And now Jenga Boy hoping to capitalise on any mistakes those front three may make. And the top 4, or the 4 drivers that I mentioned to take the race win here, or have a very strong weekend, are top 4. So my prediction is coming true. Revit dropped out 7 tenths, so the mediums are starting to kick in now. The softs are starting to die off very, very quickly. The tyre wear is only 5 laps, but the degradation around Spa is ridiculously high for the softs. The mediums are so much quicker. Obviously with the race, the strategy, hards are going to be used, mediums are going to be used, maybe softs if they can get them that far. Charlie Krishna weighing 8 tenths behind Revit, almost out of DRS range. Jenga Boy 4 tenths. Brothers, what can he do? Is he going to stick behind? He will. Jenga Boy, we're looking to get past Charlie Krishna as soon as possible, even though he is on those used softs, but so is Krishna. Revit, we're looking to get dragged along with in Trent's DRS range. So Trent on the better tyres at the moment. His strategies from this race and Zandvoort last week have been unbelievable. 10 seconds he won by last week. Chose the right tyre, right strategy. Carnage behind helped him a lot. But he's had the right strategy. Revit's going to take the lead of the race. Charlie Krishna only just stuck within DRS range, but Revit will take the lead of the race on those soft on compound tyres. So Trent's going to be held up for a lap at least. End of this lap, next lap he should hopefully gain a second. He should do. Softs are probably around 28% after 6 laps. It's about 3.8% a lap. It's very, very high around here. That's 18%. That didn't make any sense. Never mind. Charlie Krishna just watching to in front. Trent's atop his battery so he doesn't gain too much on Revit. Jenga Boy just hoping for contact ahead. Gimmick now out of DRS range. Toby looking to try and get back in the DRS range of Robert. Clipsy got that gap from a second down to 3 tenths to Chimp. Has a moment on the exit. This is what we're talking about with consistency last week. He's got a good 1 lap pace, not shown in this sprint unfortunately, in the sprint quali. But he's got good 1 lap pace, but in the race he's not consistent enough to fight for those podiums, those race wins, the big points. But that's what he needs to work on there. Speedkey gets a 3-second penalty. Him, Constella and Driller all have 3 seconds now. Constella sitting just behind his teammate Paul. And Paul, after a very strong showing in the first few rounds, he had a 26-point lead going into Zandvoort last week. Now down to 11, and he's down in 8th. While P2 and P3 in the championship are up in 4th and 2nd. So there could be a new championship leader after this weekend. As now Trent's going to go for the lead of the race. What can Brothers do behind Jenga Boy? He's going to turn on his battery, hoping for Jenga Boy to have. He does have a little to no battery left. He will sit in behind us. Revit take the lead of the race. Trent takes the lead of the race from Revit. Has a bit at the moment. Fresh gets a 3-second penalty. So the 2 Aston Martins are having a very bad sprint. I assume Speed's got a bit of damage. He does have no end plate. Does he have an end plate? He doesn't have an end plate. He has 1 end plate. So he's going to be very slow through those left-hand corners, which sadly it's about 50-50 around this track. Fresh comes round. Scornsey will sit in. Chesney Reese 6 seconds back. Trent looking to get that 1 second gap to Revit. He's almost got it. Krishna's almost out of DRS range. The Jenga Boy, after dropping down to 4th on lap 2. Or lap 3, sorry. He's had very good pace. He's stuck within the DRS range confidently of Charlie Krishna. Chimp will be looking to get past Bradders here. He turns on his battery, turns on overtake as you can see on the steering wheel. Bradders will be looking to get past Jenga Boy. As he does turn on his battery, what's Chimp going to do? They're going to go side by side into the final chicane. Can he repeat what his teammate Krishna did here a couple corners ago? Jenga Boy goes wide. What? Great defence from him. Trent takes fastest lap, just within DRS range. Adric gets a 3-second penalty. Clipsy up to 6th. Great battle from these two, as now Chimp gets him back immediately. They go side by side through the first corner around La Source. Chimp pushes him wide and there's contact. Both the Williams and the McLaren are off. Contact between him and Clipsy. That's going to cost them both significantly. On the last lap of the sprint, points only go up to 8, so let's hope maybe they can make up some points. I believe that was on Chimp. He thought Clipsy would back out. He didn't. It might be classed as a racing incident in the tickets later. He went deep. Jenga Boy goes up to P3, gets past Charlie Krishna. They go side by side. What's going to happen here? They go side by side. Down the inside goes Jenga Boy. Clipsy gets a 3-second penalty. Revit stays in P2. Charlie Krishna are 3 seconds behind. Jenga Boy will be hoping to recharge his battery, get past Charlie Krishna. Great battle from these two. Kept it clean. Jenga Boy choosing the safe option to back out. Clipsy losing his head now, trying to get past as many cars as possible to get back into the point. He's stuck behind the Red Bull of Robert. He does get past Chimp, as Chimp's had a very bad showing through. Can't remember what corner it is. Adric looks to get past. Poole gets up to P5, so just behind Jenga Boy now. After all of that from P8, as I was saying, Jenga Boy just behind Charlie Christian, looking for a podium down this back straight. Poole will be looking for contact between the two to get through. Revit now outside that DRS steering straight. It doesn't matter. Trent's going to take the sprint win unless he has a massive moment into the chicane. Charlie Krishna, what's going to happen back here? Jenga Boy, is he going to go for the podium? He's going to try around the outside. He's going to defensive by Charlie Krishna. It's to the a great defense from her. Jenga Boy takes P2. Bradders gets past Poole into the final chicane. Unlucky for Poole, but he does get back past because of that penalty. Costello gets a 10-second for corner cutting. He's head loss. What a race! That's only an 8-lap sprint, and that was. If that's a good showing for what the actual race is going to be like, I'm all for it. Trent takes the win in the sprint in Spa. Reva gets P2, he's finding some form again. Charlie Krishna back on form in P3. Jenga Boy and P4. Poole in P5, the championship leader, loses 4 points to Trent. Trent gains 3 on Jenga Boy, gains 1 on Poole. Remick, after that penalty, I'm not sure what happened actually. I assume it was a penalty. P6 for him, he ends on track. Bradders down in P7, Robert in P8. Driller P9, Swansea P10, Clipsy P11s after the contact with Chimp. I'm not sure what happened there. I assume Chimp thought Clipsy was going to back out, and Clipsy stuck his nose in, kept it stuck. So Chimp went back to the racing line, and they both got pushed off with locked wheels. So I'm not sure who's going to be at fault there. What a sprint that was. Onto the one-shot quali now. Into the heavy rain, so we'll see what's the master of those conditions, see if Trent can keep his form on top. He's very quick in the rain normally, so we'll see what he can do. I know Clipsy has ABS off now, so he'll be getting faster in the rain, gaining a lot. Poole normally quite good in the rain, Jenga Boy as well. Revit's alright. Charlie Krishna, can't remember what seeing her in the rain's like. So we'll see who can master the conditions of the thunder in the one-shot quali for the race. See what happens there, but what a sprint that was. Chaos, overtakes, changes for lead every lap. Way more exciting in Zandvoort. Unbelievable. As you can see, the rain comes pouring down now. See if should be the full wets. See if someone tries the inters, see if they're quicker. Inters on this game are quite overpowered, but that's on a slightly drier line in full wet conditions. But full wets should be significantly faster here, as tier 2 earlier was also in the wet for quali, so we'll see if anyone can match or beat a time from there. I believe it was about a 155, 156 they were doing earlier on the full wets, so we'll see if the top runners Trent, Revit, Poole, Jenga, see if they can beat that at all. We've got 10 seconds, someone's readied up, get the setups ready and everything. Park Fermi obviously on, so they'll be choosing a dry setup for this as the race is dry. As out comes into down the back straight, one-shot quali starting. Chesney Reese, Robert using his battery to get into P1, takes P1 into the first corner. Driller Bond's retired, so's Clipsy, so there's their quali ban and race bans. I believe it's just 2 quali bans actually, not a race ban for Driller. And the top 3, as it stood in the for the sprint quali. And now Chimp and Poole has a moment, he's invalidated. Poole retires, there it is, he's invalidated up Eau Rouge. Bradders takes the lead for a brief moment, so he's got very good pace in the wet. Trent, like I said, always going to be up at the top in the wet. Jenga Boy also up there in P2. Revit's invalidated as well. Krishna either had a bad showing or down in P11 with an invalidation. Maybe Revit hasn't invalidated, he's had a very, very poor showing. So watch up at the front here is where's Trent? We'll go watch Trent for his lap. We'll see what he can do. Still in P1, Brothers Speed out of nowhere comes P3, Jenga Boy down to P4, Constella from P5. So Revic just had a bad Sector 1, he's up to P6 now, P5 after Sector 2. In front of the Tier 2 driver, Constella. That sprint, I can't get over that sprint. 8 laps of people just pushing flat out for 8 laps. Getting as high as they can. Trent obviously taking the win. Said he was confident coming into this one. And he's shown that last week in Zandvoort and this week in Spa. So we'll see if he can carry on that form for the rest of the season, hoping to take that championship trophy. Speed comes round in P2. Into the final chicane comes Trent. Is it going to be pole position for him? Jenga Boy P4. What can he make a penny? He loses a position, makes it back up. Trent comes up to the line. 56.6 as the tier 2s were doing in the earlier. And it's 1.4 seconds. I believe P2 was a 58. I think Trent has just taken pole by 1.4 seconds. He has. That's unbelievable. So Bradders P2, great showing from him. 1.4 back from Trent, so Trent's an absolute flyer. Did take the lead for a moment coming up the O Region Radion. Speed P3, Jenga Boy, bit of a bad last second sector P4, Robert P5, Constella P6, Revit P7, Chimp P8, Adrake P9, Krishna P10, Gremic P11, Chesney 12th, Fresh 13th, Scornsey 14th, Driller 15th, Clipsy 16th, and Poole 17th. Driller and Clipsy both had quali bans, so they both retired. Poole starts last, so he'll be looking to do a last to first challenge as he retired, so he will start from the back. So we'll see what he could do from the back. It'll be interesting to watch him. But Trent, a 1.4 second gap to P2. That's outrageous. He was doing the same times that F2 were doing on a slightly drier line. Great lap from him. 56.649. Outrageous. In full wet conditions. To pull it out in a one-shot quali as well. He deserves that pole position by a long shot. 1.426 seconds to P2. Bradder's great showing. F2 driver. Stuck it in P2. Who's to go? 2, 3, 4... 5 red lights, and there's lights out and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix, the actual Grand Prix this time, not the sprint. Jenga Boy gets past the ghosted Robert. Trent keeps the lead into turn 1. Speed goes up to P2. Not sure what's happened to Bradders there. I think he's had a bit of an anti-stall. Poole already up to P12. So I really don't know what's up. I assume he's gone round the outside straight away. Robert gets past Revit. Revit loses his position. Jenga Boy will be looking to get past Adric as soon as possible. Speed takes the lead of the race on lap 1. Soft compounds for most drivers, I believe, is the top 7 all on softs. The top 8 now all on softs. Because soft tyres, there'll be a soft hard strategy, I'd imagine, unless there's a safety car late on. But Trent now, he'll be looking to stick behind Speed. Great. Speed is showing speed as well. So great showing from him. He had a great showing around Baku a couple weeks back. Jenga Boy gets past Adrake into P3. Constella P4. Poole gets past Clipsy. So these two are battling, go side by side. What's they what going to do? Round the outside goes Clipsy. Has the inside line for the next corner. Very laggy. Might just be me. Kept it clean, these two. Down the inside has Poole. Poole has the inside line. Contact, tyres locked between the two. They're still side by side. Clipsy will be looking to use all his magic. Goes off the gravel, tries to stick it around the outside. It's not going to work there, mate. he'll be conceding that position to Poole. So great battle from those two. Scornsey side by side with Chesney race up here and down below, 14th and 15th. What can they do? Chesney going to stick behind them. The final chicane, will he go around the outside? Inside line for Scornsey. We're looking for the switchback. Charlie Krishna gets a 3-second penalty already. So someone's probably pushed her off somewhere. Speed Key takes fastest lap as he comes round. And he's in the lead in the lap 1. Chimp up P9, gets past Driller. So Driller from 15th already up to 10th. Poole from 17th up to 12th. So they've both made up 5 positions on lap 1. Adrake from P9 up to P4, so that's a great opening lap from him. As Trent's going to take the lead of the race. Jenga Boy also he's going to go side by side with Trent. What they're going to do is they're going to stick around the outside. He'll look to keep around the outside. He'll back out. So Trent now takes the lead. Speed gets past, Jenga Boy gets past Speed. Constella up now to P4, gets past Adrake, looking to get past Speed as soon as possible to maximise his points. Bradders and Adrake going side by side. There's contact between the two. Great battling. Is he going to back out? He will back out. Very sensible from him. Charlie Krishna now looking to any contact between the two. Chimp. We're looking to also contact between the two. Driller. Now from P15, like I said before, up to P10. He'll be looking for a charge. Most people are on those soft compounds. He'll be looking to get past Chimp as soon as possible. He's on his medium compound tyres. Poole now looking to get past Grimmick. Not too pacey, Grimmick. Poole obviously a lot faster. He's on those softs. Grimmick on those softs. Poole on those mediums, sorry. So he'll stick behind for a lap or two at least. Clipsy goes side by side with so Poole again. So let's see what he can do. He does back out this time. Poole turns off his battery. Let's see if Clipsy goes back up the inside. He will stick behind again. Driving sensible at the moment. No need to take risks on lap 2. Don't want any damage. Up at the front now. Round lap 2. Trent takes us lap with a 40, and then Constella takes it instantly with a 45.612. Great pace from the top 4. Now Robert takes that with a 45.271, so that's not what you expect from him. He did have a great quality. He's down from P5 though to P12. So I think he's got damage. He does not have damage, he's got bad pace. He must have made some contact with someone somewhere. Jenga Boy probably going to take the lead of the race here. Might stick behind, he might go past. What's he going to do? He will stick behind. Speed will looking to gain on both of them. Looks for the inside line, but there's no way to get past. Constella tried to round the outside. That's why Speed took the inside line there. Constella was round the outside of him. Adric just sitting behind, watching and hoping ahead of him. Who's going to cause a safety car, if at all? Krishna, like I said before, got a 3-second penalty already. As Adric has a moment, he goes wide. Revitt goes side by side with him, gets past. Adric goes back to racing line just in front of Krishna. Very close, but at least he slot back in. Krishna now looking to get past as soon as possible. Has a moment, oversteer. Bad from him. Oh, bad from her, sorry. Touches the grass, has a bit of a moment on the rear. Trent looking to extend his lead already. Gremmick gets a 3-second penalty as well. The track limits round here, not too bad. The one you want to look out for is that, I can't remember the corner names. Let me turn the map on. Obviously the fast right or fast left. Sorry, I'm not good at corner names at all. So you can have a look in the bottom left, just after the 2. That corner there. Go wide off there. It's almost a guaranteed warning if you keep it too pinned. Trent extends his gap to 8 tenths, but Jenga Boy will have that DRS. Speed almost up with the DRS range. Clipsy sticks behind Poole once again for another lap. Poole will be hoping to get past Gremmick as soon as possible. Speed out of that DRS range of Jenga Boy, so the top 2 looking to run away here. Trent really dragging along Jenga Boy in that DRS range. Speed has a very strong moment. Constella gets past. Contact as he goes past. Brothers looking to get past as well. Revitt also getting past. He's lost 4 positions in the half of a straight there, Adrake. So that's bad from him. Did lose, had a bad turn 1, lost the DRS range. He gets overtaken by 3 cars on the main straight. On the main straight, on the back straight. So he'll be looking to gain those back at the end. Gremmick and Charlie Krishna go side by side. Krishna's ghosted, so contact between the 2. But Gremmick does get past after getting through that ghosted car. Clipsy just slotting in behind Poole. He won't be too happy. He'll look to get past. He'll make a lunge eventually. As Poole now goes down the inside of Krishna. Makes contact. Krishna now back behind Poole. Clipsy gets past both of them. Gets back past Poole. She is ghosted. That's why Clipsy got past. Side by side goes the Red Bull and the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Clipsy gets past both. Capitalises on that contact between the 2. There's incidents between them. Poole now sticks in, loses position. Clipsy up 2. Krishna down 2. Poole up 1 as she was ghosted. Not too sure who's at fault there. Scornsey looking to get past Charlie Krishna as well after that. He had a bad exit. Charlie Krishna brakes later. Constella 2 seconds back off P2. what's happening down here is Charlie Krishna comes to the pit. Is that a retirement, or is that just a change of front wing or tyres? I believe that's just a change for the hard tyres. It is. Onto the hard tyres goes Charlie Krishna. Jenga Boy will be looking to just stick him behind for another lap. Stella, Brothers and Constella. Brothers will get him. Revit probably looking to get him as well. Maybe Speed as well. Both. Revit will follow Brothers through on the outside line. Defends the inside line. Speed goes down the inside of Constella. Contact between the two. Great battling at the back here. Down the inside. Constella looking for the switchback. Can't get it. Touches the gravel. Speed capitalizes. Gets triple overtaken again. Adrake knows how that one feels. As Chimp as well has got past Adrake. So he's lost a lot of positions. Robert down 11 from P5 to P16. So bad race for him at the moment. Revit showing great pace as usual. I say as usual. Since Zandvoort last weekend, Baku he had great pace, but he wasn't consistent enough around the street circuit. Round Zandvoort last week, great pace, P2 for him, looking for another podium, potentially the win here. Trent doesn't have a 10-second gap anymore. Jenga Boy, both him and Trent on the same tyres. We're looking. Charlie Krishna gets another 3 seconds, so she'll be frustrated with that, as the corner I said as well. She is on those fresh hards. She'll be gaining a lot on Robert, but it won't be. Her tyres will be dead right at the end unless there's a safety car. Jenga Boy just within that DRS range, 7 tenths the gap, 8 tenths the gap now, 9 tenths, almost a second. He needs to have a good first corner. Good corner at La Source, locks up a bit. Will Trent get out of DRS? I don't believe he will. Jenga Boy will use his battery to gain back up. Brad is gaining on Jenga Boy now as well. Revit will be looking to get past and go on a charge against Jenga Boy. Speed too far back, I believe, to get Bradders, but Revit will take that P3 from him. DRS is open, gets past straight away. Speed just using DRS, no battery needed for him. Now Revit on a charge to Jenga Boy in P2. Looking to get back within that DRS range of him. So that's a battle for later. Lap time, keep looking up there. Clipsy now looking to get past Gremic as soon as possible. He's got 1 point, Gremic has a 3 seconds, so there's no point fighting too hard over this position. But we'll see what he does. Normally he fights everyone equally, even if they have a penalty, which is not smart at all. Paul, I don't know what's happened to him. He had a great few opening laps, and now he's dropped down to P15 from P12 in the lap. Turns off his battery through the SH recharge. He will recharge his battery. Clipsy up 6. See what he can do now. He is in those points, but it won't be too many points for him. Let's see what he can do. Constella stays where he started. Revit almost within that DRS range of Jenga Boy. Let's see what he can do through this final chicane. If he has a good final chicane, he did go a bit deep. 1.1 seconds the gap. Jenga Boy out of DRS range of Trent actually. So if Brother can get past here, so Trent's just driving off for the past 2 races. Trent's pace has been amazing. Revit won't be in DRS range, but Brothers will be of Revit. So he'll get past Revit down this straight, and he'll be within the DRS range, I believe, of Jenga Boy. Trent looking to just run away with it now. Adrake out of DRS range of Chim. Grembick will get past back into the DRS of him. Clipsy getting past his teammate. He did get past Driller. Still stuck behind Grembick though. I believe Constella has pitted. He has pitted onto the fresh hard tyres. 2 laps younger than Krishna and comes out ahead of her, so he'll be looking to hopefully. They will be cold, but he'll be hoping to get a big gap over the next couple laps. Hoping to undercut quite a few cars. Clipsy is ahead of his teammate. Adrake now gets a 3 second of the same corner. Everyone else is getting all their warnings. And as I said before, Brothers didn't get past Revit, but Revit has got back in the DRS of Jenga Boy. So Trent's pace up the front. He's in a world of his own for these last couple of races. The 2 tracks said he was confident, and he's shown it on track. 1.4 seconds the gap in qualifying. 1.7 a gap on lap 7 of the race. DRS train behind may get everyone else back in that range, but we'll see what they can do there. And I've just hit my elbow on a cupboard next to me. That's my funny bone. Revit now within the DRS range of Jenga Boy, gained 5/10 on that lap, just over 5/10. Chimp out of the DRS range, so speed. We're looking to gain a lot on this next straight. Gremic may be getting him if he loses that DRS, but he does not. 9/10 the gap. Clipsy probably going to use all of his the remainder of his ERS. Gremic does have more ERS to use than Clipsy, but he's had a better run for Eau Rouge. He'll be turning on his battery. He has no battery to use. As Gremic gets pushed into the grass by speed, goes very defensive. Bit dirty, that would probably be a report. Not sure what will be done from it. Contact between Clipsy and Gremic. Gremic turns off his battery, Clipsy keeps his battery on. Is he going to dive down the inside? He won't, but that is contact between them. Runs deep, runs into the back of Gremic. That's a move you see every weekend. Not far behind Gremic's Chimp now. Revit does take P2 from Jenga Boy. He'll be looking to try and close that gap to Trent up front. Speed gets another 3-second penalty. Jenga Boy just sitting behind now, hoping to get dragged along. ERS off for Revit. Chimp looking to get back in that DRS. Speed gained a few tenths. Almost touches the gravel. He keeps his tyres just out. Right on the limit from him. Clipsy now, using all of his battery. Turns his battery on, overtake on. To try and get past the Alpine of Gremic as soon as possible. He believes he's holding him up. Will he try and get it round the outside? He'll go round the outside into the final chicane. Can he make the move stick? Round the outside and on the inside line for the second bit. Keeps it pinned. Great move. Up into P6. And there's a lot of people into the pit. Chimp stays out. Clipsy stays out. Now up to P2. Gremic stays out. Driller, Fresh stay out. Revit, Jenga Boy, Trent, Adrake, Bradders, Scornsey and Speed all pit. Trent will come out in the lead, in the net lead of the race. Revit loses a lot of time in the pit. Trent had a massive gap going into it. At a 1.7 gap, so Revit's gained 0.2 of a second in the pit. Trent must have been a lot more cautious than him. Jenga Boy will be looking to get dragged along. And it is those fresh medium compound tyres. They'll be looking to go 13 laps on those. They should easily make the distance. They made softs go 8. So it should be alright from them. But the net lead of the race goes to Trent. That's always going to be expected. They're just behind Poole. Krishna didn't gain many places, to be fair. Top 5, top 6, no, top 8 haven't pitted yet, I believe. Yeah, top 8 haven't pitted yet. Gremic and Driller the only ones on those softs, so Fresh will be looking to get past Driller as soon as possible to go longer on that stint. Trent already back in the DRS range of Poole. Revit gaining a lot of time. Trent will be held up by Poole, so this is a good chance for Revit to get back in the DRS range of Trent. Jenga Boy almost out, so Revit pushing hard with his battery. Let's see what he's doing. 17%. Trent has 65. Try to go round the outside. His defensive goes Poole. He will have DRS. Poole stays out for another lap on those softs, on those mediums. DRS gets Trent. He'll try it round the outside into turn 1. He'll brake later. Poole will keep it down the inside. Goes deep. Pushes Trent wide. Revit almost looking to get through. But he is back in that DRS range of Trent now. After a deep move. A move down the inside. Round the outside for Trent. Down the inside went Poole. Clipsy comes into the pit as well. Chimp stays out again. Fresh, Gremic, Robert, Chesney, Poole stay out. Adrake and Clipsy both come in for a pit stop. Trent gets past Poole. Poole will get past again. Round the outside. Revit looking to get past Trent now as well. Great battling between these, between the net leaders of the race. Clipsy gets a 3-second penalty. Don't see that often. He's quite good with track limits normally. Bradders just looking to stay behind. Revit has a Big snap of oversteer on the exit. Gets ghosted. Jenga Boy makes his way through. Trent getting held up a lot now by Poole. So this is good for people behind to gain a lot of time on him. 40% battery. Poole about the same, I believe. Poole has 51, so he's not. So Poole's pace isn't bad at all. He's had a rough start. A rough start to the race. Unfortunate from him because his pace is great. Revit already 4/10 still behind Jenga Boy. Trent will wait until DRS range. He'll turn his battery off, recharge up to the final chicane, up to the bus stop. As Poole stays out anymore, again he'll probably go to the lap 13, 14. Poole turns off his battery. Trent's going to try it around the outside once more. Can he make it stick this time? Goes defensive, goes Poole, but he sticks behind. Does Trent? He will have DRS range again. Revit ghosted. Brother's looking to capitalise, but he's not close enough. Jenga Boy looking to get past Trent as well. Trent now going to get past Poole. Jenga Boy will get past one, if not maybe both of them. Not too much battery though. He follows Trent past. He'll catch up right to the rear. He'll go out. He'll stick behind, pushing Trent basically through the chicane. Revit gets past Poole as well. Brother stick behind and he'll be held up for another lap. Hoping for Poole to make a mistake to get through. That mistake does come. He's going to send down the inside. Contact between the two. Very slight contact. Pushing him off. Still round the outside. Poole stays ahead. Good battling from them two. Trent now only 4.7 back from Chesney, so he'll have a decent. Him, Jenga Boy, Revit, and Brothers will have a good lead if Brothers can get past us. Brothers and Poole are going side by side. Down the inside goes Brothers. Poole goes a bit defensive, a bit too defensive, some may say. Brothers does get past. He'll be looking to get back in that 1 second. At 1 second range of Revit ahead. Poole did hold him up a lot, but he's in his own race. He can do what he's got to do. He doesn't have to let anyone past. Trent gained 6/10 already on Chesney this lap. As they come to the pit, Robert comes into the pit. Chimp stays out for another lap, so he'll carry on in the lead of the race. Trent will take P3. Net lead of the race, obviously. Constella gets a 3 second for multiple track limits. So his pace isn't too bad, but his consistency of staying on the track. The thing with Spa, it's a fast circuit. You've got to be consistent, otherwise you will get those warnings, and they all add up eventually. Charlie Krishna from undercut goes from P very low, like P14 now to P8, but she will have a lot older tyres. Clipsy just within that DRS range of Krishna. Jenga Boy gets past Trent, takes the net lead of the race. It's a Haas 2-3 at the moment. Jenga Boy will have, not Jenga Boy, Chesney will have to come into pit at the moment. Chimp currently in the lead by 7 seconds, but he hasn't pit. So we'll see what lap he comes in. He is on those mediums, so it'll be this next or the lap afterwards. So 12, 13 or 14 is the ideal pit window for those mediums. He will be flying at the end, but will it be enough? We'll have to wait and see. The gap to Chesney now 2.6 seconds from 4.1 at the end of last lap. So 1.5 seconds, about 2 seconds a lap by the end of the lap quicker. Those fresh mediums will be compared to those old mediums. Speed gets past Constella. Clipsy just stuck in behind Charlie Krishna, getting held up a lot. He was battling Poole. Poole's got ahead with that undercut. So Poole will have a lot older tyres than yeah, there you go. As you can see, Poole on 11 lap. He did pit on lap 1. He won't be able to go to the end. He'll be going to softs. He's up to P8 though, on track. Krishna gets past Poole. Clipsy, we're looking to get past him as well. Constella gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Fresh does a 44.7 fastest lap. Don't know what happens to Constella. I think he's had some head loss. See what he can do. Lose another position. Yeah. Jenga Boy now in the net lead of the race. Trent will be looking to take that net lead from him. Revit hopefully looking to get past into the net P2. Uses his battery. He's going to go side by side with Trent. He will stick behind. Chesney Reese lets his teammate Jenga Boy through, looking to hold up Trent and Revit behind. Trent will be looking to go round the outside of Chesney Reese, down the inside into the next corner. Great switch back. Revit also looking to capitalise. Down the inside, goes too wide. Bradders also now looking to get past. He will be following Revit through, round the inside, round the outside, side by side. Haas of Chesney Reese, hoping to hold everyone up for his teammate Jenga Boy. Hasn't succeeded. Everyone gets past, capitalising on each other. Jenga Boy gets past. Trent goes round the outside, the switch back to the inside. Revit follows him through, then Brothers capitalises on him, going deep into the corner. So unlucky for the Haas team. Jenga Boy did have a 1 second window for a second, but now it's down to 8/10 because Trent's pace is unbelievable. So your net leader Jenga Boy right now. Chimp 6.5 ahead. Might come into the pit this lap. Let's see what he can do. Scornsey using his battery, maybe looking to get past Poole. As Chimp stays out for another lap, Scornsey gets pushed wide by Poole, and Fresh gets past as well. Speed going side by side with Scornsey. See what he can do. Round the outside goes. I've lost count. Round the outside goes Speed. Sorry. I had to take a moment to realise what was happening there. Adric just outside that DRS range. Just within it now with Scornsey. Gremick just behind with him. Constella had a bit of a moment. Trent sticking behind Jenga Boy for another lap. Trying to gain a lot on Chimp as well. Constella, God knows what's happened to him after a DNF in Zandvoort last week. And another bad showing from the Ferrari team with Paul down in 12th as well. So the Constructors' lead is under attack at the moment. Let's see what Chesney Reese can do at the end of this Grand Prix. He hasn't pitted yet. We'll see what else he can do. But Paul hasn't pitted either. He'll be very fast at the end, I believe. Down to P12 from P8 though, does lose a couple of positions. Trent sniffing the gearbox of Jenga Boy. Revit just hoping for some carnage ahead. Clipsy from those soft tyres goes onto the hards. 4 laps ago. See what he can do at the end of this Grand Prix. His tyres will be quicker from about lap 19. But the mediums are just so much quicker in the first available stint. So I think he's chosen the wrong strategy there. The gap to Chimp now 5 seconds. He does stay out again, so he's looking to go very long on those mediums. He'll be looking to go very fast. He's past the optimal pit window. Now has entered lap 15. End of 14s. End of 13 or 14 is the ideal lap to pit. Clipsy has a big moment. Chesney Reese now the gap 3.2 seconds to Revit, so he's going to be looking to hopefully have a big pace advantage later on when he goes on those softs. Trent takes the net lead of the race from Jenga Boy. Bradders will watch it happen ahead. Revit will stick in behind Bradders, just dragging each other along. Trent might push this lap to try and get that 1 second to Jenga Boy, hoping to have another walk in the park, just like Zandvoort with his 10-second win. Bradders as well. Commiserations to him. F2 driver turned F1 driver for a couple races for a reserve. He did well in quali, and he's P4 at the moment. From P6, P2 in quali, P4 in the race, looking to get P2 or maybe the win. We'll see what he can do there. Driller gets past Charlie Krishna. Not too much happening elsewhere. Scornsey just a big DRS train from Clipsy to Charlie Krishna down in 15th. The top 4, the net top 4, just having each other along. Trent's brought the gap to Chimp now down to 2.2 seconds, so he's pushed on this lap. 50% battery used. Chimp stays out for another lap. He'll be looking to hold them up because he will be caught this lap because of the big tyre degradation. the tyre difference. 44.190, good fastest lap from Trent. He does take that, so that's an extra point for him if he sticks out at the end. Chances are he won't, because people are going to pit onto those softs. As I say that, Drillabunds and Charlie Krishna come to the pit. Krishna pit before into those hards, so they'll be looking to go on the softs for the last final stint. Drillabunds, don't think he's pitted yet, so he's going to go on those softs for the final stint. As he does retire, never mind. Retires in the pit, does Driller. Charlie Krishna will be looking to gain a lot on those new softs. Constella, not dead last anymore, gets past Krishna as well. Fresh gets past Clipsy. Clipsy won't be happy, he'll be looking to get past as soon as possible. He's known for head loss, this guy. Makes stupid moves, stupid lunges. But racing's racing. You get punished in the end. Speed goes down the inside of Chesney Reese. On those old mediums, Chesney Reese losing a lot of positions now to everyone behind, as Scornsey now capitalises on going deep against the battle with Kai. Key goes wide Scornsey, so that's 1 or 2 warnings for him. I'm pretty sure he went wide earlier. The gap to Chimp now, 0.5 of a second. So Trent either uses his battery to get past here, or he would have timed it perfectly if he turns off his battery into the DRS. Let's see if Chimp, also known as Silver, can keep him behind. Is he going to stay out? Who knows? Revit and Jenga having a little battle there. Jenga Boy just outside that DRS range as Chimp comes into the pits. Jenga Boy doesn't have DRS on Trent, but Trent has the DRS still from when Chimp pitted. Revit had the DRS on Jenga Boy. 0.8 now the gap, so he should be fine down this next straight to have DRS range on Trent to bring that gap back down. But Trent's pace, look at the moment, like I said before in the sprint as well, is unbelievable. He's been very, very fast. Clipsy now on net P5 on track. Does have that 3-second penalty though. Probably going to look to get that removed later on. 8.1 seconds the gap to Bradders, so P5 in the moment is the max he can get. Fresh gets past, no penalty for him, so that is P5 for him at the moment. Scornsey in a net P6 after penalties. Clipsy and Key have penalties. Yeah, and there's the penalties. So Clipsy and Speed have a 3-second. Grimmick has a 3-second. So does Adrake. Charlie Krishna has a 6-second. Constella has a 16. 2 for track limits, 1 for corner cutting. He's just head loss. Speed, as I say, that gets another 3-second penalty, so he won't be able to get any higher than 7th at the moment, unfortunately for him. With a gap up the top now, Trent looking to push on. Jenga Ball will have that slipstream in ERS, so he'll stick within the DRS range of Trent. Or will he? As Trent's straight line speed seems to be very good, and his driving makes cornering good as well, so he's got the advantage in both ways to Jenga Boy there. Very uneasy on the exit, gets that DRS open though. Revit will be sticking behind once more. 9 seconds the gap between Fresh and Bradders now. Clipsy will be looking to get past into turn 1 maybe. Down the inside goes Clipsy. Very defensive speed. What's he going to do? Clipsy has a big lock up into turn 1, makes his rear unstable at all. Completely unstable. He could get triple overtaken here as well. Fresh, Speed and Scornsey. Jenga Boy and Revit swap positions. Revit gets into P2, looking to challenge for now that P1 lead, the P1 in this race. Charlie Krishna sets fastest lap with a 44.0, sorry. 1 minute 44.014 for Charlie Krishna, so that's about a 10th faster than Trent's previous fastest lap, so not bad pace. She is on those fresh mediums, however. Fresh now lost a second to Bradders as him Speed and Scornsey, and Clipsy's had a moment as he gets pushed down to P13, and what you thought couldn't be any worse has gone from bad to worse for Clipsy as he gets past Robert lets him past. He does go wide as well. Robert has no penalty, so he could make up a position or two, but goes from bad from worse to the Williams man. Side by side goes the McLaren of Chimp and Chesney Reese. Chesney lets him pass, as I don't think Chesney's pitted yet. Chesney Reese is on 17 lap old mediums, so I don't know why he hasn't pitted yet. Maybe he pit lap 1. He did pit lap 1. Okay, he'll be looking to just go to the end. He's out the points already. He'll be looking to go to the end. The gap out front, Trent to Revit, 6/10 of a second, 7/10 coming down that back straight. DRS will get that a 10th down to the source into turn 1. Chimp gets back past Adrake, round the outside. Adrake goes defensive, takes the inside line. What can Revit do? Is he going to stick behind? He will do. Will Jenga Boy try and capitalise, get Revit? Will he stick behind, play it smart? He'll stick behind. Good move, smart move. Fresh now lost another second. Speed will probably get back past. He should let his teammate pass. Scornsy looking to get past as well. Speed will get past. Gremic out of nowhere looking to get past. The two Aston Martins swap positions. Clipsy gets back past Robert as he fights it. Robert fights. Clipsy gets back past. Chesney Reese within a second to Adric now, but it probably won't stick like that. And at the moment, Chesney Reese, I think... so that's 2.7. He needs to gain about 5/10 of a second. He'll be in P9. He can get a few points here. He just needs to keep his pace consistent, but he's outside 1.1 second window now. 1 second window now. Scornsy looking to get past Gremic. See what he can do. Will he chuck it round down the inside? Turns off his battery to Gremic. Keeps it behind. Smart. Revit looking to get dragged along. Probably going to sit behind onto lap 21 or the last lap. Might get past here. If he does, Trent will probably stick behind though and take the lead on the last lap. We'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting fight at the top here. Speed only lost 4/10 that lap, but it's not enough. He's got a 6-second penalty. He's on 11.5 second gap to P4 and Bradders. And Bradders again having a great showing. Robert now gets a 3-second penalty. If you went at the time she saw him go wide. I'm surprised he hasn't had a penalty before, if I'm being honest. Paul's had a terrible showing. The two Ferraris, 14th and 16th. It's just like 2024 mid-season for them all over again. Trent now goes down to P2. Revit takes the lead of the race. Just like I said what was going to happen. Trent will probably stick behind. The Charlie Krishna gets another 3-second penalty. That's 9 seconds for her. P15. She won't lose or gain any anyway. As Chesney Reese gets double overtaken. Robert and Clipsy get past. Clipsy maybe on for some points here. As the gap now 7/10 to Gremic. Both have 3 seconds. Might be able to get Adrake as well. So he's not had a smooth showing at all. At least 1 or 2 incidents will be at his fault though. Unfortunately for him. I haven't got any pit cuts, but I haven't really been looking. If anyone in the chat's been watching for pit lane cuts, that would be appreciated if you can timestamp it in the chat there. Trent, 84% battery. What's Revit got? Revit's got 73, so both same battery. And so does Jenga Boy. And what has Bradders got? Bradders has 81, so the top 4 all have 80% battery, looking to go into the last couple laps. Chimp looking to get back in the DRS range of Fresh. Will it happen? Don't think it will. He has no DRS. Chimp will use it. Scornsy looking to keep the DRS of Chimp. My God, I apologise for all the yawning. I've been out all day. Got home 15 minutes before loading into the session. About 7:45. I got home. So I'm quite tired, so I apologise for that. Trent, like I said before, lap 21 will stick behind. Jenga Boy going round the outside, trying to force Trent into a mistake. Looks for a switchback, keeps it behind. Bradders now looking to capitalise. Scornsy gets a 3-second penalty. That's the first for him. So the top 6 looking good at the moment to keep their positions now. Scornsy won't be a threat. Adric gets past Speed. Gremic gets past Clipsy as well. So at the moment, Clipsy not looking on for any points. As I say that, both him and Robert get past. Revit 3/10 now the gap to Trent. Jenga Boy 3/10 back on that, so he'll be looking to get past Revit as well if he can keep it pinned. Brothers might be too far back. He might be able to go side by side with someone. So on to the last lap of the Grand Prix, they're coming around to the final chicane now. Clipsy on for 1 point, on for 2 points because of that 6-second penalty that Speed has. So from the back, near the front, back to the back again. He's made a good recovery to get any points, if I'm being honest. Not the cleanest drive from him. Not been smooth sailing at all. Revit the gap now 0.4 of a second to Trent. So Trent will most likely win this race. And it will be 2 in a row for the Italian. Jenga Boy looking to hopefully get past